If you're looking for the best video and audio setup for Zoom or any other video conference app, then check this out. What's up guys, Myung here from Prodigy Studios. Video conference has now become a norm for everybody in 2020. If you use Zoom or any other video conference app for your work, it's important to have the best video and audio so it's more pleasant for the viewers to watch you, plus it helps make you look professional. You don't want to use just your phone and have grainy and low quality video and bad audio, so here is how to set up for the best Zoom experience. Now first off, you need a good video camera. You can use an HD webcam that shoots in at least 1920 by 1080 or even a decent camcorder and you'll get good video quality. But to get the best, I highly recommend using a mirrorless camera. The way you're seeing and hearing this tutorial video is how you will appear in Zoom. You want to make sure the autofocus is good, and luckily most mirrorless cameras from the Canon EOS series, Sony A7 series, and Nikon Z series, to name a few, are some of the best cameras for Zoom. I personally own a handful of different cameras, but my GH5 and my Nikon Z6 are probably some of the best cameras to use for Zoom. You normally need a special HDMI adapter to use them as webcams, but both of these companies, Nikon and Panasonic, are releasing an update to make them into a webcam with a USB cable that already comes with it. So that's already saying something about this webcam compatibilities and these cameras. Your camera has to have a reliable autofocus, and these cameras are some of the best at focusing. The autofocus works even when it's on standby mode and not recording, which is important to make it work with Zoom. Now, some cameras can only autofocus when you're recording with a camera. The GH5 has a full-size HDMI output, and if you need to record Zoom video directly into your camera, then you can record non-stop until your memory card is full. You need a full-size HDMI to mini HDMI for the Z6. Now, the GH5 has an option to lower the video bitrate and file size, but still have the good quality. So if you're doing hours of Zoom video that needs recording, it won't be a problem. The Nikon Z6 by default has a low bitrate and file size, so you're good there. Zoom has an option to save your video into your computer or their cloud, but it saves it in a low video quality. So it's best to record into your camera at the same time you're doing the Zoom presentation. And luckily your cameras can do both at the same time. You can change your camera settings to 60 frames per second to get that smooth and more realistic video look, or you could change it to 24 FPS to get the more cinematic look. Your camera FPS setting will reflect on how it looks in Zoom. With your GH5, you need to go to your menu and change the HDMI output setting and turn off the display. So all icons you see on the back of your camera monitor won't be seen in Zoom. Otherwise, in Zoom, you'll see those little icons all over the place. Now with the Nikon Z6, it automatically has a clean HDMI output with no icons, so you don't need to change anything. But you do need to change the standby setting because it shuts off after a couple of minutes. So go into your menu, select the pencil icon, select C Timer AE Locks, then go into Power Off Display. Set the standby to no limit. Now, by the way, if you haven't yet, please hit the subscribe button. I definitely appreciate you for doing that. All right, next, you need to buy an AC adapter dummy battery that connects your camera to the power outlet. I'll leave an Amazon link below for all the equipment I mentioned. You don't want to use a regular battery since they can die out in the middle of your Zoom conference if you're doing it for hours. Most importantly, you need the HDMI to USB adapter. You plug your camera through HDMI into the adapter, and then you plug it into the USB of your computer. And then it will trick Zoom to think that your camera is now a webcam. It's only $25, very inexpensive, but very effective. And there's, of course, other brands, different pricing, but I'll leave the link below for the one I have. Now for audio, I use a wireless microphone connected directly into my camera in case you need to move around and show a presentation on your wall, or you're doing a workout routine and you need to move around a lot. But if you're sitting still, then I recommend a boom microphone on top of your camera, or a USB microphone that plugs directly into your laptop, and have it on the table nearby. My GH5 has an audio limiter, which is very useful in case you want to talk louder or cheer for someone, then your audio won't distort for being too loud. Now, if your camera doesn't have that feature, luckily Zoom has a checkbox for automatically adjust microphone volume. I'm actually not sure if other apps have that feature, but I'm pretty sure they do. Now, if you need two wireless mics, then you can get a wireless microphone that comes with two wireless mic transmitters. Or if you already own two sets of wireless mics like I do, then you can use a simple 3.5mm audio splitter and connect the two mics into one. Next, you want good lighting, since that's the most important thing to use when it comes to how good your video is going to look. Now, you can easily use your window to light your side or the front of your face, but make sure the window isn't behind you. Now, you can use lamps that you already own, but I recommend video LED lights with a softbox. I use this newer LED lights that can power on with battery, but it also comes with an AC adapter, so the light won't die out in the middle of your zoom. And it's also very inexpensive, link below. Be sure to place your camera directly on top of your laptop and place your zoom window as high as you can on the laptop screen. So you're kind of looking into your viewer's eyes directly. Now, obviously, eye connection is important because you want the viewers to feel like you're talking directly to them, keeping them engaged. And it's a little awkward if you're kind of looking away or looking down, and it causes a disconnection with your viewer. So a cool trick is to use your iPad as a mirror screen and use a teleprompter so you can look directly into the viewer's eyes. iPad can now be used as a second monitor with an app called Sidecar that's already installed into your Mac. The only fault is that your teleprompter will appear backwards, but at least you can look into your viewer's eyes and talk directly into them. Otherwise, try your best to look directly into your camera lens. But I know it is a little awkward to just look at your camera and talk to them instead of looking at a person's face, but that's just another method. Well, that concludes my best Zoom setup tutorial. Send me a comment if you have any questions, since I love to connect with other videographers and I'm here to help. Thank you guys so much for watching my video, and see you guys next time.